Greetings over the diaspora to those that don't speak the languages that we speak. Welcome, everybody. Stoners United, Queer and Conscious, Black Queer and Conscious, Knowledge Seekers, Knowledge Collectors, the Woke Gang, the Anti-Woke Gang, the Spiritualists, the Knowledge Seekers, the Knowledge Collectors, the Chakra Hands, Tarot Card Gang, Kgosana Gogo Gang, Makosi Gang, the Element Benders, Water Benders, Fire Benders, Air Benders, Earth Benders. Welcome, everybody, as long as we are all here in love and light. I hope you guys have been well. I've been super amazing. It's really such a great season. Been catching up. I'm high on sleep. Yeah, because sleep seems to be a myth of late. But yeah, also we are here, we are present. Yeah, I just said, I need to deliver today's episode. And then I did hear the cries, the last episode, the sacred names, the Heru. So I will definitely do a Sotho and a isiZulu version of those ones, right? I hope secret galezo. But yes, it is Tuesday and we are doing spirituality. And yes, I'm representing my Heru today. For a person who wears a lot of hats, I don't wear them when I need to wear them. When I'm going for my jogs or my hikes, I don't. But maybe this is me saying, I need to sunbask. And because we don't sunbask enough, we burn very easily. And now again, I'm avoiding the sunscreen. And myths or not, I still don't look how I'm supposed to look, right? How about it? Because exposure to the sun, wada. But so if you see patches on my face, this is me dealing with a little bit of sunburn. But pumping my extra melanin. But yes, welcome everybody. Let us get into today's episode. So we are still on the season of Heru, and with today's episode, we're gonna be dealing with the distinct images of Heru, or our Greek mythologists would call Horus. But this is gonna be part one because I want to deal with the falcon and the animals and everything else, the genii spirits on their own. And then today we're just gonna do a little bit of part one, right? So before we get into the episode, did I forget anything else? I did not forget anything else. And our anchor's back, so I'm super stoked about that. We had to put it back together. The stone is recharging, that's energy. But we hopefully it's gonna give us the same light. But yes, the symbol of life is still around. And shout out to a Boko there who are recognizing the energies and the candles as well. And shout out to my new fam. We talk so regularly, Lefig Land. And shout out to Pindi as well. Shout out to Litlotlo. Shout out Kit. Shout out Damien. Shout out to the regulars. Shout out to those who pop in here and there. What's up, spiritual gangsters? Let us get into today's episode. So before we go deeper, let us do a little bit of a recap. So remember that Heru's dynamic energy brings the confidence, brings the courage to one's conviction in order for progress to take place, right? So despite whatever challenges and limitations that you're putting on yourself or external limitations, whether you're seeing Togati, whether you're seeing Kibona Beloy, whether meddling family members, whether jealousy from whatever friends, the energy of Heru can supersede all of that. And the second thing that we need to remember is that, remember, in our solar principles, Ra is the solar energy of that, right? Meaning that Heru is the descendant of Ra, the great ancestor Ra, right? So Heru is the descendant that brings the body of light, that brings that illumination in from the cosmic world in order for us now to reach this mastery. Right. So yes, I got myself a little Simba. I call her Summer. She was born on 25th of December. So if you're hearing little meows there, and I'm gonna be a little bit of distracted because she wants to snuggle in my slippers and all of that. But but within, and I'll just have to edit out the other parts because she's been distracting me and being very needy today. So those are the two things that I want to form the basis of our knowledge sharing session today. Now, when we're talking about the distinct images of Heru, we're gonna speak about 7, but probably touch on 4 or go deeper into 4. So we're gonna start with Heru Ur le Heru the young here, right? Just to bring a little bit of sense. I don't know if we covered those in full now, but let us bring a little bit of sense into that. Because Heru Prince Filarona, it is a lot. It is quite a lot. So we have Heru Ur, which is Heru the elder, right? which is now fully matured Heru. They're being the heir, they're coming into their divine right. So this energy now is shared with God Sobek. So this one would be represented by a crocodile head, a body like a crocodile head, right? And boom, so Sobek would be happening now in the upper kingdom, in the Afrikan. So this is now the energy that is shared. Heru shares that energy and now personifies themselves as the healer in this. So Boba Kwena, Bongwenya, those by the crocodile, when you're doing the lineage tracings, don't forget to go all the way to the Nile as well. So Beg basically means Lord of the Crocodiles, or some texts that refer to Sobek as Lord of the Nile, right? And in other texts as well, they would say now in the beginning, God the creation now, when there was Ujehu Tilima Ati, Sobek was also there. Sobek was also this force that was assisting now with the stirring, and out of the darkness now came life. But we're gonna go into that. I hope I don't forget the Sobek part of it when we're doing our creation story. But you can go check out the creation story for my podcast that we did. But I said here we're gonna do it in 4 parts for the different worlds, right? So now Heru Ur now, this would be now the Hilaya Heru. This would be now the surgical procedures, the medical procedures now elevated or are empowered by this energy, ya Heru Ur, right? And then we have Heru Behutet, right? This is now the Avenger in the story. So this is the avenging son in the family of let me not name so in the family of gods, we'll go into the type of family of gods when we're doing creation story arona. But this is now the one that is avenging their father's legacy, the one that is now Oyako the one that needs to be elevated to their higher self. So remember that Heru Yang Wahona, ki ascension akere, ki ascension principle ya gage, and then the mastery ke the function ya gage, and then ko Heru Ur initiation, and initiation ki the function, and then the principle is exaltation. So while we're still on Heru the Yang, right? Heru Behutet. So Heru is the mender of the discord. So Heru goes into multiple battles, let's say, but now eventually subjugates these powers that said in order for Ma'at to take place, in order for restoration now to take place. The unconsciousness now, so the darkness is now being illuminated by this consciousness. The human consciousness, is now what we see as the victory over the shadow self, right? And I'm going to share an image there where there's a text that refers to the Heruset self, right? So which basically just refers to the your lower self, your higher self. You vibrating low, you vibrating high. So the shadow self, the presence of the light, the self of the light, right? The self of the light. When we speak a lot of the light, because this principle Kgosana now, this whole body of light, right? And then Heru now assumes the role of the solar principle, the restorer. So this is now also in merger with Heru the elder and Heru the young. So remember, the initiate uses this Heru vehicle, this energy, in order to migrate to the realm of the gods when the demands of the earthly life are fulfilled, right? And then there's also an image where the image, Heru as the chronocrator, which is the lord of time, which basically governs the sun's daily passage over the 2 horizons, Heru Emekuti, right? So it's the other image, Heru. So now when we're going back now to Ubukosi and royalness and all of that, so this authority would be symbolized now by the bestowing of kinship in ancient times. This would be now when the pharaohs are bestowed by this kinship, and in today's time, you would see it, the coronation that happened. So this is now a initiation is done, battles is done, you have elevated, you have exalted now to your higher self, right? And then you're assuming that role, kingship, and now you are you are in your divine rights now. So utweze ubukhosi, utwezwe ubukhosi, o apesitswe bokhosi. Kobo ya bokhosi e tla kwano go bebe. Sana marena se go o se apere jwanong. Yeah, so this is where my outfits in. This is where the Heru set image you would fit in. This is where now illumination is brought. I get when my art now is in place, a restoration happens, and now illumination to the darkness and the slumber, the non-consciousness, the non-woke. Yeah, in today's time, we'd say the non-woke would be taking place. And then I want us to touch a little bit also on the other names. We don't want to go too much into it, but Smataui, which is the uniter of the two lands, right? Upper Kingdom, Lower Kingdom, which we're gonna speak about our next Heru episode. And then we touched on the king part of it, and then we have the divine child Heru Pakat, which we spoke vividly about the past season, yeah, Neptage, right? The divine child, the raised in the reeds, and I think I did mention it for the last episode that I did, and also when we did the sacred names of Heru. And yeah, speaking of the sacred names of Heru, I'd had a request that, yeah, can I please still do the Bantu languages? Yeah, the sacred names, the chants, right? Because I get it, we're trying to collectively, hopefully we're doing it collectively. I was actually having a conversation with one of the Khosi today. Yeah, she wanted to know actually how do we use this book actually, so um into in summary, I'd just say that the more you speak something, the more you increase the vibration of it. So in the ancient text, they would say, when you speak my name, you keep me alive when you speak in my name. Something along those lines. That's not verbatim, but yeah, somewhere along those lines. And I did say that to her in the rising today as well. But yes, yeah. So in all of that, so we spoke of Heru, Heru Pahutet, Ihi, the lover, spoke Heru as the king, we spoke Heru Pakat, the divine child, we spoke Heru, unite of the two lands, we spoke Heru, conqueror of the two horizons. Yeah, I mustn't forget this one when we do part 2, where we're going to bring in the Sphinx as well. So these images that we spoke about today, they're just metaphors for the solar principles as we experience them on our planet here, on Earth here. So this divine light that enters this mundane sphere and brings forth this particular illumination to every dimension of the human experience through the humans, the animals, and nature itself. So that is what these images are Heru, the ones that we spoke about today, would be representing. So these are just metaphors for this divine light, divineness, and in religious texts, honali the light, right? Honali the light, honali mabuteti bumnyama kuvele ukukhanya. So this is the Heru principle in effect, right? And I need to practice this thing in my Sotho languages. Or we just say yeah, we don't say mabutete lo bumnyama. Yeah, but yeah, Basotho are getting to sing more. Maybe Lona, especially those who twasat ka Sesotho, ikopa le re thuseng, rona yeah, re bo thokoza ka mo. So yeah, we're not really familiar with a lot of the things that happen in the field, yeah, dingaka. But yes, anyway, we digress. And yeah, just to close off our knowledge sharing session today, remember I spoke about the dynamic energy of Heru, right? So please, as a takeaway, whatever it is that you do, as a takeaway, right? Heru brings high rewards to great effort, to great intention, which is now my theme of life, right? So for the past 5 months now in my for the past 5 months in my year, remember month 5 Rona on our calendar. Intentions. I think I spoke about this on the 2-minute video that I uploaded yesterday, Hori. In whatever sphere I'm finding myself in, with a conversation with friends. And this I'll always remember my friend Pumi. She was the one that was speaking about manifestations and all of that. And she was like, intention. So that has been just my current theme of life right now. So I'm embodying that one. So yeah, so as a takeaway, guys, so remember that Heru brings great rewards, right? To great intention, to great effort, to the work that you're putting into the dedication, right? So there's energy of Heru. You can chant the sacred names or call upon the energy of Heru, and it influences the sound decisions that we are making. So remember, first episode re dilile ka solar plexus ya rona. Yeah, I hope it was on that platform. Re dilile ka solar plexus ya rona, right? So when your solar plexus is attuned, in alignment, aligned, I and I, ili handle, solar plexus ya gago, you're able to make these sound decisions, whether for you, for your business, or your family, or whatever it is. So please take that energy ya Heru. Ningasabi also the colors that you're gonna play with. So remember, Harry Blanket approaches spirituality up in here. Whatever resonates with you, please do that. But also, I'm just providing it's a knowledge sharing thing. I'm just providing tools to also help us to elevate to whatever we say that we want to elevate to. So that, I think, let me just browse, and I hope I covered everybody. Yeah, I don't want to be leaving anything behind, because now ria into the next the next part. Super exciting actually, but can be also quite tricky. And shout out to Gogo Lerato. Yeah, she noticed a little spirit in the last plant that I had here. And oh, shame. My little summer is sleeping. Little Heru, o robetse kwa. O robetse. But yes, anyway, so yeah, let us wrap up our thing. So remember, no limitations, no limitations that matter. Those limitations that matter. We are subjugating those lower forces in order to elevate now to our cosmic self, to our spiritual self, to our mastered self, to the self that masters things, to our higher, I said higher consciousness. I haven't used higher consciousness in the longest, actually. Yeah, it was my favorite hashtag about 2 years ago. But yes, so that is Heru or balance, and now the material self, the spiritual self, but now using the Heru set part of it, so the set part of it, so the our lower self, in order to elevate now to a higher self. So remember, set is a necessary force. We need that step of elevation in order for us now to reach ascension. But happy today, please, for those who made it so far, please do subscribe if you resonated with this content, and I definitely know if you've got million, and you definitely did. Please subscribe, please engage in the comment section, please ask questions. We're gonna have Kipi coming up, her sessions. Yeah, I just need to remind my assistant Pindi, ma'am, you didn't schedule, but yeah, it is the second Sunday. We're gonna be starting with the Tswana episode, and then the last Sunday we're gonna be doing the recap. But the recaps are now, yeah, I think for this month I wanted to recap this month, but I don't know. I'll see. We'll decide, and maybe we might have, since the other Dumi cannot be present right now, maybe we might have the recap session, but puppies, the recap sessions on Saturdays, because yeah, there's a lot of interesting comments that she made, especially for our episode study sacred connections. Yeah, we're gonna be bringing those as well. Yeah, I haven't been in a space of being with people, or yeah, I guess inspired enough on that. But yes, Anka and Ma'at, thank you so much also for the teachers that are involved in all of this. Thank you so much for the mouthpieces. Thank you so much for the love and light, for the good words, for the prayers, the pasha rings, the energies, the grand, and forever shout out to my gang and my gabs. But yes, I'm getting my ad happy today. I hope today's lesson also clarified Heru the elder essentially defeater go guy. So yes, I'll see you on the next one. I'm gonna record Cassie the concentration camp today. Yeah, and we will have it tomorrow. And yes, I was hoping to get my lobby for that, but yeah, he didn't return Maubani. But Uncle Ma'at, and happy today. Please arise to your higher self. Don't be scared of using your yellow candles, your gold candles. Don't be scared. The season supports it, the energy supports it. And remember, no limitations, no limitations. Uncle Ma'at, please do subscribe for those who have not. Happy today.